Peace, love, and light, Aries, Taurus, Cusp Collective, and Collective in general. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cusp of Roses Tarot for your Virgo season love reading. I am super excited to bring this reading out to you all. I hope it finds you well and safe and in the highest vibration possible. All right, Virgo season is going to be kind of intense. It is leading us into even more intense seasons. Like Scorpio season, I've been channeled, is going to be very intense for a lot of the collective. So, and even Sag season. So I do feel like that intensity is starting to pick up with you, Aries, Taurus, Cuspers. So I'm excited to see what the cards have to say and to talk to you more about this energy. If you are new here to my channel, welcome. I'm very grateful to have you here. We do start off every reading here at Cusp of Roses Tarot with a quick prayer and a moment of gratitude. This can look like you praying along with me or repeating after my intentions, you stating your own prayers, intentions, or affirmations, or having a moment's silence. All are very valid ways of connecting in and up with your higher self, your divine source, and your spiritual team. Okay, please keep in mind that this is a general love reading, okay, and love energy does cover more than just romantic love for me as a reader. If you need any more clarification or details about how to interpret my readings, all of that can be found in the description box below, okay? But yeah, go ahead and choose which reading style or which prayer style works best for you, and we'll go ahead and get started, and then we'll talk about your energy and get into the reading. Okay, all right. Okay, Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters of Light, my own divine ancestral council, and all archangels, thank you so much for being here with me and with the Aries Taurus Cusp Collective for this Virgo season love reading. We thank you so much for grounding us all in our own frequencies and opening us up to the most important messages of love, healing, truth, light, and wisdom for the overall growth, prosperity, abundance, ascension, personal development, joy, and happiness of the collective. Divine ancestors and archangels, we thank you so much for covering us in your love, light, and mercy, for lifting us up in courage and strength every single day to face whatever may come our way. Thank you for giving us the capacity or the opportunity to grow in our gratitude, to grow in our grace, and to meet each moment with compassion, not only for ourselves, but for others. With honesty, with wisdom, love, and light where we can and where we see fit. We thank you so much again for all those moments of growth. And we ask that you keep us in alignment with our destiny in this lifetime through signs, synchronicities, and dreams. We thank you for all of that clear communication. And we thank you for loving us and protecting us and guiding us not only in this lifetime, but beyond this lifetime. We love you so much. And so it is. Alrighty, Aries, Taurus, Cuspers. So I was getting a lot of energy during that prayer, and it does feel like you guys are kind of approaching this moment of major transformation. I do feel like it is in your understanding of something. Yeah, your ability to see the bigger picture is getting stronger for a lot of you. Some of you are going to go through initiations this season, or some initiations are going to start. I was picking up with some of the other cusp, with some of the other cusp energies that the retrograde that Mars is about to go through in Aries, as Mars is home in Aries right now, all the way through the end of the year. This retrograde that it's about to go through, it's going to be a point of activation for a lot of the collective when it comes to aggression, anger, passion, sexual energy. A lot of that is going to be coming up to the surface or to the forefront, or anything that is still left unhealed or untouched in that area or in those realms of your life will be coming up for healing and acknowledgement, okay? And that can be very uncomfortable. That can definitely be very frustrating, very challenging. So hang in there. It is going to be a bit of a bumpy road for a lot of people. So you're not alone in that, okay? But the best advice I can even give right now, just based off that feeling, is to just go with it. Feel what it is that is coming up. If you have to cry about something, let the tears fall. But just try not to stay in that energy. Try your very best to comfort yourself while you are crying, right? To shed light on the truth of whatever that pain is, and to just do your best work to move into a form of acceptance, right? Yeah, for a lot of you, it's acceptance. For a lot of you, others of you, it's moving into a form of just being in surrender and just releasing. For some of you, I do feel like you've been maybe a little hard on yourself for what you feel or your anger in some sort of way. I think this collective I'm tapping into now is very aware of their power, the power that they hold as a part of this cusp dynamic. And I think you are either coming into a deeper awareness of the power behind your emotions. I feel like that's what we were getting last season for you too. That deeper awareness is going to be grounded and solidified in your consciousness now, right? Where now when you are presented with situations where maybe in the past you would have blown up or been very explosive or, you know, really tapped into that Mars Aries energy and just bulldozed your way through something. Now you are a little bit more seasoned in the fact of allowing yourself to feel what you feel emotionally, but not allowing those emotions to overtake you and overwhelm you and consume you. And that's major, Aries, Taurus, Cuspers, because as that cusp, again, you feel that power, that innate power of beginning, right? That fresh, new energy. You harness that very well. And I do feel like, yeah, it's just coming into a deeper alignment and a deeper awareness of just how magnetizing or how strong that streak of power or that Mars energy actually runs through you, and also understanding the force that you are. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think this is just all beautiful. It is, I'm not going to shy away from that. It is going to be uncomfortable. I'm not going to set you up to think it's going to be rainbows and sunshine. No, it is going to pull you into some very deep and dark parts of yourself, especially when it comes to anger, especially when it comes to just expressing aggression. There are going to be some things that are going to come up, whether it's just memories from the past of maybe where you regret expressing aggression or allowing your aggression to take over you, right? Like just that forgiveness work, whether that's forgiveness for others or for yourself. But it does feel very strongly rooted in anger. And just understanding again that when you are angry, Aries, Taurus, that energy of anger can quickly consume you, to where you kind of lose sight of the balance needed to really remain in your power. It's almost like you're learning how not to give your power away so quickly. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and look into this cosmically. That's all the downloads I got for you guys. Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. What cosmic energy is here with Aries, Taurus, Cuspers? I feel like there was something that turned. Yeah. Wow. There we go. Scorpio energy. So I definitely was picking up on Scorpio season for a reason for you guys. So again, keep in mind as a reader, I do tend to channel anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 months out. Okay, 4 months would definitely have Scorpio season in that range. So prepare for a lot of transformation. Again, this is that going into the deeper, darker parts of yourself and bringing awareness to it, illuminating those areas of darkness with your light, right? The cool thing about scorpions, the actual animal, the scorpion, they actually glow in the dark. Their skin is that translucent, and I think it's something in their venom or something in the fiber of their exoskeleton that actually allows them to be a light in the dark, quite literally. So Scorpios, or those that have a lot of Scorpio energy in their chart, definitely have that quality. So I think this is kind of what you are tapping into within yourself, just understanding how to harness the power of your own darkness and how to allow that darkness to not only transform you into a higher light being, but to also transform your energy, right? And your awareness. Yeah. This comes with the vibration of 20. So 20 might mean something to you. 2 could also mean something to you. Okay. But I transform is the affirmation with that. This is giving me, Isis and Osiris energy as well. I don't know if you guys can see that in the back, that mummy, right? Transformation. So some of you might be connecting with the goddess Isis or the god Osiris during this time. Isis has been around for a little bit, not a little bit, actually for a while, prepping people for these transformations. So you're definitely not alone in that, okay? Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. Is there any other cosmic energy here connected with Aries Taurus for Virgo season? Any other cosmic energy Aries Taurus need to be aware of for Virgo season? Yeah, 7th house, okay? This talks about partnership. So there could be, again, this transformation in your, oh yeah, duh. You do have that Taurian energy, and Scorpio is the 7th house of Taurus, right? When you are a Taurus 1st house, Scorpio is your 7th house, which is the house of partnership. So again, there is going to be some transformation when it comes to your relationships and your connections, how you view partnerships, how you engage in partnerships. For some of you, this might even just be a deeper cosmic awareness of some sort of partnership that you might be a part of or connected to or in. This also holds the vibration of 31, which does break down to a 4. So 31 or 4 could mean something to you, okay? This is like lover's energy. So again, it's interesting that I picked up on the Osiris and the Isis energy. So some of you are going to either, if you identify with the twin flame soulmate journey, you might be coming into a deeper awareness of that journey, or just being revealed more things, transforming or transmuting more energy from that collective or just that connection, okay? Yeah, let's get one more. Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. Any other cosmic energy here? Wow. Oh my goodness. Guys, ignore my slippers in the ground, okay? Mercury mind. So that actually hit the phone. That was kind of new. That was a lot of energy. So yeah, it's gonna be very important for you guys to be mindful of your thoughts as you go through this transformation, as you connect with this energy. Even just in how you, like I said, how you think about partnerships, how you think about connections, that could also be transforming. Scorpio energy is very rooted in emotions, rules the sacral chakra. So this, again, like I said, yeah, it's that transforming from being controlled by your emotions, or again, for you guys, controlled by that anger, or just that aggression or that Mars energy that Aries brings into your dynamic. Transforming that, yeah. And it's like being a little bit more mindful in those moments, especially when it comes to maybe some sort of aggression or, anger within love connections, using your mind to transform the energy as opposed to just living in the emotion of it all, right? So Mercury is also a vibration of 3. 3 is a master number. It is a trinity, right? It's a very powerful number for those that are into numerology. Some of you definitely want to check your 7th house and your Mercury placement, okay? It might be in Scorpio, or connected to Scorpio in some sort of way. But whatever is in your 7th house, according to your natal chart, and wherever Mercury is, that's going to be very important for you to know and understand this season. Okay, yeah, and then look at you guys right there at the bottom of your deck, Aries energy, I am. So yeah, it's again coming into that deeper awareness of who you are, understanding your power, understanding your strength, for some of you, it's fear. They keep giving me that burpee fear energy. For some of you, it's overcoming or understanding your fears, facing your fears. Some of you, yeah, some of you have some fears around relationships and connections, and it is it's interesting. That mind energy was coming up for me the other. That's weird. Okay, yeah, I must have been connecting to your energy yesterday as well, because I knew I was going to do this reading. So yeah, that was definitely a message for you guys. So it is the power of your mind and your mental, right? That I think for a lot of you, when you are faced with something or when you're dealing with some sort of transformation, again, it's hard to be mindful of your energy. It's hard to be mindful of your thoughts because it consumes you. That emotion, that anger, that Aries, Mars energy does really overtake you sometimes. And so I do feel like you're coming into this season of just being more mindful of who you're connected to, more mindful of the energy that you carry, more mindful of the ways that you are able to transform and that you maybe want to transform. Yeah. Interesting. So let's look into this, into the love energy. Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. What messages of love do you have for Aries Taurus for Virgo season? Okay, first two out is retreat, disconnect from the world. It's time to disconnect from the world. So yeah, definitely going within to do that transformation, to really do some soul work, some healing work. This could also just be while you are transforming, it's very important to, again, be mindful maybe of what you are connected to, and making sure that you are disconnecting from anything that could trigger you, disconnecting from anything that might stop you from healing. For some of you, yeah, there is something I do feel in your environment or that you are connected to that could potentially distract you from this healing process right now. Yeah, love yourself first. Okay. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yeah, 7th house and partners. So I do feel like oh yeah, that's why Scorpio energy came out. So some of you might have Scorpio in your chart. Definitely could be Mercury again, like I said, or at least understanding how that house of partnership works with Taurus and Scorpio could help you. But yeah, it's this understanding of, this could even be in relationships, Aries, Taurus, where your emotions and your passion and your your emotional energy in relationships may tend to take over, right? Where you might give yourself or give your love, give your emotions, or give your care to the other person, so much so that you do end up disconnecting from yourself and who you are. And so you're learning that lesson, or this is a season of learning that lesson of how to love yourself first, right? What does self-respect actually look like? What does it mean when it comes to connections and relationships? This is also feeling like boundary setting. Okay. Let's get one more and then we'll go a little deeper. Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. I need one more love message for Aries Taurus for Virgo season. Yeah, healing family issues. So again, I do feel like for some of you with this Mercury mind issue, it is your thoughts around your thoughts around relationships, maybe even your fears around relationships, are definitely rooted in your childhood or rooted in your family. You could have seen a lot of dysfunctional relationships in your family, which might have kind of jaded you on love a little bit, or at least you might have internalized the mindset of, how whatever dysfunction you saw, right? Internalizing that as the way that love goes, as the way that partnerships are meant to be built like, or built on, or operate in. Yeah, for some of you, it's definitely with that overgiving, with the Scorpio energy. Yeah, you definitely might have watched your parents live in some sort of dysfunction. Okay, that maybe gave you the wrong idea about love or what healthy love looks like. definitely could have shown you, like, you know, putting others first is more important than putting yourself first, or taking care of others is more important than taking care of yourself, something like that. And so there really is this need to go deep within, to really practice self-love and self-respect, and heal and address whatever this family issue is. Okay. Again, I do feel like it's a mindset and it's a mode of communication. It's definitely something you picked up intuitively or just visually or even verbally from your parents in your childhood relationships. So yeah, it's at your love life and your partnerships and your romantic attraction increases as you continue to heal and forgive your parents or your guardians or your family issues, right? All right, we're going to use a new tarot deck this season. This is the Bianco Nero deck. It's a black and white illustrated deck. It's very, very beautiful. Very simple designs. I love it. Very to the point, too, as far as a reader, just reading the cards and the energy. Very clear and cut. So let's get into this. Thank you so much, Divine Ancestors and Archangels. What do Aries Taurus need to know about retreat? Okay. So we do have the Ace of Pentacles here that flew out of the deck. So it's time to disconnect from the world. Again, I do feel like this is you having the opportunity to embark on some sort of healing, embark on a new journey. The Ace of Pentacles talks about a new life. Really kind of like all the way around, trusting that resources will be provided to you. This is an opportunity, Aries Taurus, to really have a new life. Yeah, have a new mindset. Really experience life from a new lens or through a new viewpoint. Okay? Yeah, Ace of Wands at the bottom. Yeah. So a lot of aces have been coming out in a lot of the dailies. If you haven't tuned into those, make sure you guys check those out. They are definitely support and supplement to these love readings, okay? Any other messages, Divine? Ooh. Okay, so we have the King of Cups. Interesting. So this, okay, for some of you, this is the new world view. Seeing through the eyes of a King of Cups energy, right? Taking action from a heart space. Knowing that it's safe to trust. That's what the King of Cups is. You can definitely trust your emotions with the King of Cups. You can trust that whatever it is you are feeling, whatever emotional empathy that you are going through, the King of Cups can understand. The King of Cups can relate. The King of Cups will protect that part of you, right? This could also just be you wanting to protect that part of yourself. Very interestingly enough, Scorpio is here. I do connect Scorpio with the King of Cups energy. Some of you could this could be a partner. This could be a person that you're connected with. This could also be the new opportunity, the new lens. I do feel like for some of you, though, this King of Cups energy is you. But it's just this new, almost like you've unlocked a new level, right, in your awareness. Like this is the divine giving you that set of coins to start out now in this new life, in this new journey, in this new perspective as the King of Cups. Very in control of your emotions. King of Cups energy also is not very forthcoming with their emotions, right? They can feel very deeply, but they will never, ever, ever show you, or they will never, ever tell you, right? Unless they feel guided to, or unless they need to. Yeah, the King of Cups, yeah. So I do feel like there is this need to trust in the unknown. I know that's like very cliche and very like woo-woo, but like I can't, that's all they're really giving me. It's just trusting in the unknown. Like you see how the King of Cups is kind of looking off at that ship, right? I feel like the King of Cups, this again could be you, Aries Taurus, or someone you're connecting with. It's like they feel this new beginning. I do feel like that ship is this Ace of Pentacles, right? Coming in to pick up the King of Cups, or coming in to offer something new, to start something new. Interesting. Okay. Retreat, though. What's the overall for retreat in the Scorpio energy for Aries, Taurus, Cuspers for Virgo season in love? That's a lot of energy. Okay. No. Thank you. A little bit more concise. Thank you, Spirit. Holy Spirit, what's the overall energy for retreat that Aries, Taurus need to know for this Ace of Pentacles and this King of Cups? There we go. Wow. The King of Swords. Okay. Huh. Yeah. I'm just getting trusted. Trust. I don't know, Aries, Taurus. I might have to do another reading for y'all, but this is just feels like trust. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you, Divine. This is for real. Like, if you can allow yourself to surrender to the emotions that you feel, okay? If you can allow yourself to go deep, and dig a little deeper. Ooh, yeah. And that can definitely be that challenge for you, Aries, Taurus, because you are a fire and earth sign. So water energy, air energy, not necessarily your forte, or what you're really comfortable with. So like I said, that retrograde that Mars is about to go through on the 9th is definitely going to put you in some uncomfortable energy. But this is an opportunity for you to grow. This is an opportunity for you to really hone in on this King of Swords and this King of Cups energy. Some of you might be tapping in or at least solidifying your Emperor energy, right? Because the Emperor is all kings in one. So for two kings to come out right away, I definitely feel like you're either on that journey to the Emperor or you're just kind of solidifying these last two kings to really stand firm as the Emperor. But I don't know. There is this retreat energy. It's time to disconnect. Yeah, I just feel like this is an opportunity for you to really explore something, to transform yourself into these kings. Again, remember, we all have masculine and feminine energy within, so this isn't about gender. This is just about action and receiving, right? So queen energy being very receptive, king energy being very action-oriented. So I do feel like when you are offered this opportunity to retreat, to disconnect, to kind of go within, you are going to take action on what you do feel deeply inside, and you're also going to align that feeling with your mind and your mental and your thoughts. Remember, we have Mercury here as well, okay? You could be connecting with an air sign or a water sign, okay? Most likely water, or someone who has heavy water or air in their chart. All right, but let's look into this. Love yourself first. Thank you so much, Divine Ancestors and Archangels. Woo. All right, first thing is Chariot. So you are moving forward. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Some of you are really moving in alignment with your destiny. Yeah, my heart chakra just kind of pinged. I guess that's the word for it. Some of you are following your heart. Like, some of you are really not moving from what your intuition or what your heart is telling you is for you when it comes to partnerships, when it comes to love. Again, check your 7th house, okay? Like I said, for the Taurian energy in your dynamic, Scorpio is your 7th house. Libra would be your 7th house for the Aries dynamic, okay? This is Cancer energy, though. All right, so some of you, some of you might have a Cancer Mars placement, and this is the energy that retrograde is getting you into, is moving you and adjusting you to your aligned and destined path, okay? So like I said, it's going to be uncomfortable. For some of you, it's going to be uncomfortable, but if you can surrender to it and allow this transformation to happen, I do feel like you are going to be moving on into a more positive direction, or at least a direction that is that honors your self-respect, I guess. Yeah. Any other messages for love yourself first for Aries, Taurus, Cuspers for love in Virgo season? Thank you. Any other messages, Divine? What else do Aries, Taurus need to know about love yourself first? Wow. Wow, look at that. The World, another major arcana. Yeah, talk about power. That's one thing. I always love doing your readings, Aries, Taurus, Cuspers, because your power is just, it's so strong. Like, anyway, let's get back to the cards. This world energy, yeah, you're completing a soul lesson in a soul cycle by loving yourself first, by staying in your self-respect, by maintaining some sort of integrity in this love connection, in this situation, or whatever have you. Okay, you are completing a soul lesson and a soul cycle. So this movement forward, oh, thank you, that's beautiful. This newfound self-respect, this new self-love, this new vision of self, right, this new alignment with your destiny, this new connection, or this depth of connection to your soul, right, that you are going to be transforming through. You're going to be digging down right deep with the King of Cups and the King of Swords, getting clear on your emotions, right? Aligning your mind and your heart. I feel like that alignment of mind and heart is gonna now be permanent with the world, right? The world talks about fixed energy, so fixed signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. So some of those energies might be also in your chart as well, okay? But yeah, this is permanent. So no longer are you going to be subject to whatever dysfunction you were taught as a child through your family issues, right? Or your family connections. Whatever that made you believe about yourself, about your worthiness, about love, about connections and partnerships in general, that is completely changing. And that's changing for the better, and it's changing permanently. So you're not going to fall back into that old version of yourself. So that's actually something to really celebrate, which is really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Okay, what's the overall for love yourself first and partnership? What's the overall for Aries, Taurus for love? So many. Okay, guys. All right, Spirit. Just give me one more, please. Thank you. One more card for love yourself overall. Thank you. Wow, yeah, Four of Pentacles. So this is that energy of holding yourself back. This is that energy of not letting people in. This is that energy of, I'm protecting my heart. I'm protecting all that I have, right? And I do feel like, Aries, Taurus, this was for good reason, okay? I'm not saying that that feeling or needing to protect yourself or not opening up or just being very guarded isn't valid for what you maybe went through with your family issues. It's just not who you are anymore. Do you know what I mean? You've grown past that. This can kind of be the energy of like a miser. For those of you who don't know what like a miser is someone who is pinches pennies, right? It's just very conservative and constraining around their resources. They do not share their resources. They do not give anything, right? It's all like all for me, all for me, all for me, all for me. So for some of you, oh, okay, that's kind of nice. For some of you, this miser energy or this Four of Pentacles is actually going to benefit you, right? Being a little bit more conservative around your energy, around your time, not giving it away so freely and so openly, okay? So this is kind of like assessing the situation first before you give. Where I feel like Aries, Taurus, you guys were just very giving. Just like, here it is. This is what I feel. This is the love. I'm giving it to you for free. Here it is, right? Without really knowing if the person you were giving it to was trustworthy, was deserving of that love, was deserving of that access to you, you know, felt the same way or was going to reciprocate it back, right? I think this is like an end to that blind giving, right? Where now you're going to be more aware of who you are, again, like we said, right? More aware of your power, more aware of, the energy that you carry, and now you're going to be very selective with who you give that to, okay? For others of you, though, this is what you're coming out of. You're coming out of that Four of Pentacles, right? Where maybe you held back a lot of your emotions. Maybe you withheld your time. You withheld the investment in people, right? You didn't invest in others so quickly, maybe again due to the family issue. So there is two sides to this. I am picking up on two different groups. But ultimately, whatever that is, if this is Four of Pentacles is more of a positive for you, where now you're not so giving, you are a little bit more conservative, or a little bit more having healthier boundaries around your time and energy and space, right? That's going to be a permanent thing, right? Where you're not going to ever be in that position again where you are overgiving. And then for the other group of you, this is needing to come out of that kind of protective mode, and just be a little bit more confident in the growth that you have done. Be a little bit more confident in your safety. Be a little bit more confident in your ability to share yourself, right? Again, I feel like either way, it's definitely stemming from these family issues. So let's go ahead and look into it. Thank you so much, Divine Ancestors and Archangels. What do Aries, Taurus, Cuspers need to know about healing family issues and the mind? Wow. Okay, so we do have the Queen of Swords here. Definitely mental energy, right? Mind energy, sword energy. So now we do have a pair on the board, the King and Queen of Swords. So yeah, this is definitely getting your mental in order. This is aligning your mental emotions and your mental action together. So meaning you are no longer acting. Yeah, and that could be with that King of Cups energy too. You're no longer acting in opposition to what you feel, right? So you could feel very deeply about somebody, but you're going to act like you don't care because of these family issues, or because of how you were taught to be in relationships, or maybe just the dysfunctional relationships you grew up around. So what you internalized as normal, right? The dysfunction you internalized as normal has played out in your relationships up to this point. Okay, so again, for some of you, it is, I feel very deeply, but I'm not going to say I'm going to act like I don't care, right? Because I do feel like there was a little bit of fear around what it is you actually felt, or maybe how deeply you felt something, right? So now that's all changing. You are going to get your, what you think and how you act on what you think is now going to come into alignment, where there was some sort of disconnect there that I do feel you picked up from some sort of family dynamic. Yeah, and then you have the Page of Cups here. Pages can be messages. Pages can be students. Okay, it talks more or less just about an innocent or a beginning of something, right? I think this is also you realizing that you were just a child, right? Learning these things, and that your level of discernment as a child obviously won't be as developed as it is right now. So again, how you as a child discerned your family relationships, your family connections, right? What you internalized as healthy love, or the dysfunction you internalized, is what you've been giving out, right? It's what you've been acting in. So there is this need to maybe grow again in that understanding of what healthy love is, right? I also do feel like you might have had this situation where this could have been your parents. Your maternal energy, again, regardless of gender, the maternal energy in the connection might have been very shrewd, very cut to the point, very serious about thoughts and truth, and just very mentally oriented, right? Uses their intelligence more than their emotions, right? And this could have been your paternal energy, the masculine energy in that parental dynamic, or your guardian dynamic might have been very playful, kind of just very loose with emotions, very flirty, right? You could have grew up with a parent that was very flirtatious with other people outside of your connection with your maternal energy, or however that has it. This could be the mom, whatever. Somebody was in a Page of Cups. The other person was the Queen of Swords. And obviously a Queen of Swords and a Page of Cups is not an equal match, right? Just as far as maturity goes, as far as discernment goes, as far as compatibility goes. So this is the dynamic that you grew up watching, a Queen of Swords and a Page of Cups, which is now, I think, mirrored in either some connection that you're either growing from or moving on from, or just mirrored in the connections from the past, or This could be the dynamic that you are currently in, right? You might be with a Queen of Swords, but your emotions are still in this Page of Cups energy, which is why this King of Cups energy would be here and why you would need to retreat and start this new beginning and to really develop this King of Cups, right? Because this is where you are currently, or this is where the person you're connected to is currently, okay? So remember, take it how it resonates. It could definitely be vice versa. Just apply it how you see fit. All right, what's the overall for family issues, healing family issues? Yeah, 9 of Wands. Exactly. So what that taught you growing up, watching this Queen of Swords and Page of Cups dynamic, what that taught you is to be very guarded and very defensive around love. I do feel like this Queen of Swords might have been, again, just super defensive to any sort of act of love or act of endearment or message of endearment that was given to the other or from the other person, right? So yeah, I just get this dynamic where one parent was very serious about the relationship and the other parent was not. Yeah, and just played around with it. And I think that frustration and that dynamic is what kind of turned you off to love in general, or just relationships or connections, right? And so I do feel like this also, I'm getting doubt. I think that this dynamic that you grew up watching maybe made you doubt the validity of relationships, or just doubt that there will be someone who can be an equal match for you. So maybe what you internalized is that relationships are always unequal, right? Like there's always someone who's more mature, there's always someone who's more immature, or there's always a person who has to grow the other person or teach the other person how to be, right? That is relationships. For some of you, that's what you internalized, right? And that made you feel very guarded and just kind of like, almost like taking on this Queen of Swords is defensiveness when it comes to love. And now I feel like there's just going to be this deeper awareness that whoever was this Queen of Swords in your parental dynamic was defensive towards this love or these acts of love for a reason, right? Because there were maybe some unhealed parts of this Queen of Swords that wouldn't be open to the kind of playful, innocent, kind of, little acts of love or messages of love. Yeah. And so I feel like whatever that pain and whatever that wounding, this is definitely just feeling like a maternal energy. It definitely was passed on to you. Right. So now you kind of carry that wound of your mother, or carry that wound of whichever guardian was in that Queen of Swords energy. And that's what you kind of got to be aware of, right? That you're not projecting the dysfunction that you witnessed as a child onto new relationships as, well, this is how it is, or this is how it always is, or this is the only way I know how to function if we are unequal, right? So allowing yourself to heal from that, releasing that weight that you've been carrying from this Queen of Swords energy, right? And allowing yourself to move forward and kind of like never go back to that defensive place, right? Or never go back to that mindset of this is how relationships work. So I do feel like there might be an opportunity, Aries Taurus, that comes in for you that changes all of this, right? So this King of Swords, this King of Cups might be coming in for you, and that will change your whole view on relationships. But I do feel like that I need to make that clear, right? That it's not up to this new person to change you, right? It's not up to this new person to make you feel any different. This is inner work that you have to do in order to be in alignment with this new person, in order to be open to the love that this King of Cups might be coming in to bring you, right? Yeah. Okay. That was a lot. So we'll leave that at there. All right. Thank you so much, Divine Ancestors and Archangels. Ooh, what is this? Okay. So we have Garnet. That comes out first. This says purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life, okay? So that's what this whole retreat energy is. That is what Scorpio season and Scorpio energy is going to do for you if you can harness it, if you can embrace it, okay? That this is going to be a purification process. Purification by fire, I do feel, or by water. Yeah, for some of you, it's going to be more of an emotional purification than a spiritual one. Okay, so working with garnet or getting some garnet can definitely help you purify your energy. Okay, thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. Are there any other crystal angels here? Ooh, Ruby. Okay, bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart, okay? So this could be some heart-to-heart conversations with your parents or your guardians. Just kind of expressing maybe like, hey, watching you guys be dysfunctional really kind of threw me off a little bit, right? Or really gave me some warped sense of this, and like maybe being open about it. Not always, though. You can definitely reach out to spiritual support from your guards, from your guides, from your angels, from your ancestors, okay? They can definitely help you out as well. Because I know not everybody has that type of relationship with a parent or their guardian, right? Where you can have that type of dialogue. So it's okay to reach out for emotional support and spiritual support in order to mend your heart. So if you have rubies, if you have red clothing or anything like that, that can definitely help you. Maybe even tapping into your root chakra is going to be super important because garnet is red as well. So root chakra work, yeah. Root chakra work is definitely going to help you address those family issues because that's where a lot of those lie in your security, right? Your sense of safety and your sense of security as a kid to root chakra. Wherever you were rooted and grounded, right? Needing to understand your roots, understanding how you've grown to be who you are, and then doing that deep analysis of, okay, well, is who I am now really who I want to be? Yeah. And I don't feel like that. I don't feel, Aries Taurus, that you want to be in this defensive energy. I don't feel like you want to be this guarded. I do really get this sense that you want to be open to love. You want to feel love. You want to experience love. But it is just the work, right? This is what life is about. Clearing out all of those paradigms and clearing out all of that warped sense of self, all of those warped internalizations, yeah? All right, is there any other crystal angels here for Aries Taurus for Virgo season? Thank you so much. 2 more. All right, we got clear quartz. Okay, want to work with some clear quartz. That's awesome. Let yourself feel all of your emotions. Absolutely. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feeling is sending you important messages and guidance. Okay, so definitely feel all that you feel. Like I said, this retrograde, Mars going in retrograde is going to be kind of uncomfortable for you emotionally. So feel all of it. Allow yourself to feel it all. So if it's sadness, feel the sadness. If you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta scream, scream. If you need to go run and work out some anger, go work it out however you need to do. But don't deny yourself those feelings, even when they're uncomfortable, even when they're painful, even when it's not what you want to feel about the situation or regarding the situation. Allow it to be, okay? And last but not least, you have opal here, okay? Let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world, okay? So yeah, you are coming into your time. Your time is coming, Aries, Taurus, Cuspers, those that are resonating with this or anyone watching resonating with this. Your time is coming. Okay, your time for love is coming. Your time for partnerships is coming. You just have to continue on this journey, continue to learn, continue to heal. Okay, continue to purify and detoxify your mind, your body, and your soul. Okay, and the more that you get comfortable with letting the true essence of who you are, letting your real heart energy, letting who you are actually shine, right? So again, that group that was maybe holding in their energy, holding back their light, right? Not being very open with others, overcoming that and loving yourself loudly. For some of you, that's even what it is. I don't doubt that you love yourself, Aries, Taurus. That's not what I'm getting. But it's just how loudly, right, are you comfortable with living in that love and being that love? And I think that that's where that kind of gets a little tricky for you, and that's what you'll be clearing out, okay? So this was your reading, Aries, Taurus, Cuspers. I hope, or anyone else cross-watching, I hope you found this helpful, insightful, and filled with confirmation for whatever it is you do have going on in your current situation. Sending you guys so much love, light, and strength and courage to continue with this transformation, to not give up on yourself, okay? And to keep your mind focused on what it is you do feel, and to allow yourself to feel all of that, okay? That's the best way to purify and detox. Just let it be. Let it all be. So I love you all so much, and I hope to see you in our next reading. Namaste.